Hello my favorite little cucamongas, what is going on and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a delicious spread of parts for the 23 WRX all laid out. Now this is going to wrap up like the OEM plus styling of the 23 WRX for what I've been wanting to do for the exterior of it. There's a little more of the OEM plus stuff that I want to get, but at this point it's kind of just like random stuff like suspension braces and things like that STI made for the WRX, but we can worry about that at a later point. This is all exterior stuff that's going to help improve the look of the car a little bit more. Why are you sighing? You got a whole piggy ear right there. Little doggos, man. Let me show you our delicious spread and then let's get to work. So this should get us to the exterior wise of OEM Plus that I wanted to be at. So we have an OEM lip that's going to replace the carbon fiber one, OEM side skirts that's going to replace the carbon fiber ones, OEM rear spats, and we also have a set of turn signals and the mirror caps to be able to add the turn mirror stock signal. How do I plug these in? Oh, they plug in right there. I hope the car's pre-wired for these. In the past, they've always been, so I don't see why they wouldn't be. Now, I want to start off by saying that there's nothing wrong with the carbon fiber parts on the car, but I don't feel like they're cohesive with the WRX. Not really cohesive. There's nothing else that's carbon fiber on the car aside from this lip and aside from those side skirts, and I think having the OEM lip skirts and rear spats are going to help tie things together a lot more, as well as the turn signals in the mirrors, because everything else on this car is like the piano black. It's piano black, it's piano black here. Every accent thing on this car is piano black. Even the roof, I wrapped it piano black. Everything back here, piano black, piano black, piano black. So I think just having the piano black accents is gonna help tie things in a lot more. And then what we got coming up, because I know some other people are gonna ask, we have an AWE exhaust that we're gonna be swapping over to, some white line suspension components, ISCs, some lug nuts. We have Cobb's entire suite of engine parts, access port, all showing up on Tuesday. So I wanna start getting through some of the 23 WRX stuff while I work on the STI in the background. I think what we'll start with today is we'll do the front lip, the rear spats, the mirrors, then the side skirts, and we'll pull it out, wash it, see how she looks with all the OEM stuff. All right, for the front lip, shouldn't be too bad to take off. All I gotta do is hit all of these little bolts and whatnot to get it off, and then we can start getting the OEM one on. Shouldn't be too bad at all. There we go. Lip is off. Old lip is off. Styling wise, the lips are identical in the way that they're designed. The carbon one is from JD Muscle, fits great. Like I said, I just don't think the carbon is cohesive with everything else I have on the car. So we're gonna be swapping this gloss black one from Subaru. They also make this in a pink for people who want like the cherry blossom red. Now the hardware that they do provide is a little bit different than what I would have expected. Normally they give you a whole bunch of like these riv nuts and you kind of go from there. I don't know how this all is gonna go on. So I guess we'll just hold it up, put the pop clips in to start with, and just kind of figure it out from there. We'll be able to figure it out. It won't be that bad. Spot for riv nut there, there, and there. So the way the lip mounts up isn't bad. Over here in the corner, this is where the little metal slide-on clip Phillips head will go on. Then you got a long clip, small little clip you will have to drill a hole for, long clip that'll go in, shorter clip and shorter clip you will have to drill a hole for those two right there. Then you've got the riv nut, riv nut, riv nut, which you will have to drill the holes for those ones. They are marked on the bumper to make your life a little bit easier. Same with up here, small clip you drill a hole for, small clip you drill a hole for, big clip that goes right in, small clip that you're gonna have to drill a hole for, and then the same thing on this side. Now overall the fitment's perfect, with like super snug up in this area, and the gloss black between the lip and the fog light bezels just looks way better in my opinion. Before we get this thing back on the ground and see how it looks, what I wanna do is go ahead and toss on the rear spat. I'm assuming they're gonna install just like the ones that we had before that I wasn't a huge fan of, and I think I wasn't a huge fan of them just because they were carbon and they just didn't flow with everything else. So let's get the rear spats on and get this thing on the ground, see how it looks. Then we'll swap out the side skirts and the mirrors, give this thing a bath. Hopefully this thing will be looking a lot better. We may swap out the exhaust in this video too. It's the AWE actually, now that I have it up on the lift. We'll see. It all lines up relatively nicely, right? But where in the, what are the metal spacers for? Why are there two metal spacers? Here, we'll put a dot right there. Put, oh, okay, that one's already got a dot. go there. This guy. There. This guy. There. And this guy right here. So there's a couple different clips you're gonna get. You're gonna get this one that is a riv nut with an 8mm that's gonna go in the forwardmost hole. You're gonna have these two, which if you look at the ends, they're more squared off than if you look at the other one that's provided that's more pointy. The pointy one, there's only one of those for each side. That's gonna go in the first hole. These two, you're gonna put the washer on, and then those are gonna go on these middle two holes. So you are gonna have to drill out 2 holes for this. It's not too bad to do. Just line up the spat with where it's gonna go, temporarily install 2 clips, mark it with a Sharpie, grab your drill it out, and then it should all line up. So let's get this last one in. We'll take a gander at how it looks up here. We'll get the car back on the ground. We'll take a peek at it and kind of go from there. Got the stock clips, because these do not get reused. Maybe I will throw the new exhaust on today. We'll see. I don't know how I'm feeling yet. There. Sharpie, right there. I like it. I actually prefer with the OEM lip, dude. That looked good. Super stoked with how the lip came out. I actually prefer the gloss black, I think. It actually ties together the JDM bezels, the JDM grill, all the other JDM stuff on the front of the car. The fitment is spot on both the edges of where the lip lines up with the bumper here, as well as up in this area, because before there was a small gap here. I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. You wouldn't really notice it unless you were like down on the lips level, but it's just kind of nice knowing that that gap is gone. The rear spats also fit up perfect. We got the whole lip kit, so I think it'll just, we'll just send it. Now, if there's anything in this video that you see that we're installing that you may want for your car, make sure, or if it's a different car, also, it could be any car that you have. Make sure to head over to Rally Sport Direct. They're always the ones that supply us with parts for these builds, and they are a huge lifesaver and help us do what we do. If you guys are going over there and you want to save a little bit of money, make sure to use our discount code Smeedia at checkout. It'll save you a little bit of coin. Make sure you guys are logging into your accounts, so that way you can get even more rewards back to save even more monies. So I'll link these parts down below in the description, and as well as the discount code and the link over to Rally Sport. So a huge shout out to Rally Sport on all of the things they've sent over. Now let's jump over to installing the turn signals. I don't know how these are gonna go. I bought these from Subaru Wholesale. I don't know if the mirrors are already wired for this stuff, so we're gonna find out together. I would assume they are, as most Subarus do come from the factory, so pretty close. I think it's just like one more retaining clip in here that's just kind of holding the whole thing in. There it goes. So it does, it just kind of pops right out. There's a lot going on in this mirror right now. Oh my God, okay, so that does go to something. What? Damn, we are actually not wired for mirrors like Subaru has literally always done. That sucks, dude. Okay, well I guess I'll put all this back together in disappointment. I think I may still put the mirror pieces on, and then we'll just wire them up at a later point. We'll just independent wire them ourselves so that way we can have them. I just find it so odd that Subaru would do that. Oh my God, everything is set up except for the wiring. So we got the mirror blinker assemblies temporarily installed for right now. All you need is the lower cap and the assembly here. I'm gonna hit up iWire, see if they make or if they can get me a 2-plug connector for the mirrors, because it's just weird. Unless it's tucked down into the door, which wouldn't make a lot of sense for Subaru to do that, they're just not pre-wired for it. And it's not hard to wire them in. It's just the, you just tap into the blinkers and then there you go. Your turn signal mirrors will work. So I can make a full harness out of Tefzel for it. I'm not stressing it. I just didn't want to set these lower pieces or these mirrors down somewhere in the shop, have them disappear, get broken or lost or something like that. So we're just gonna toss them on for now. They may not work right this moment, but we will make those work. I'll do a video on showing you guys how to make those work as well. Next up, let's jump over to these beautiful side skirts. So these are the OEM STI side skirt assemblies. I love the OEM ones. The fitment is perfect. It's beautiful. I love the gloss black on these. It's gonna tie everything else in together. It's got the nice little STI cricket emblem there. What do you think? Mochi. Mochi, Mochi. I think she's mad at me right now. It's fine. we're gonna get the STI back in the air. I saw down there I can access some of the screw holes that are on the JD Muscle ones right now to be able to start pulling those off. So let me get the WRX back in the air. Let's jump down there and start pulling off these stock skirts. Or not the stock skirts, the carbon skirts. All of the old screws are out of the old skirts. I just can't get them off until I get this arm out of the way, which we'll do that here in a little bit. I actually decided I'm gonna throw this on. So AWE sent this over for us. This is an AWE Touring Edition for the 23 WRX. Now currently I have an ETS on here. The ETS sounds great, but it's very, very drony. It's just a little bit more than I want for a daily driver to be super drony. So we are going to swap this out for the AWE down here. I haven't even opened this yet. I just popped off the lid on it. So let's do an impromptu unboxing and check out what AWE sent us. So we got like the adapter flange that'll bolt up to the stock downpipe. I believe all this is like slip joint, which is fine. We got the Y pipe. These mufflers are huge. Those are some big mufflers, man. I'm curious to see how this is gonna sound. Whoa! So we got muffler clamps. I'm guessing these are the tips. I got the stainless tips from them, which I think look a little bit better. These tips are also way bigger. What else we got? They even put a little cutout in the box for a blow pop. After we get the AWE installed, this will be my third exhaust on the 23 WRX, but we're experimenting. We're finding out what we like and what one works best. So I think this will be a good option for the daily. Let's get the ETS off. It's all V-band and everything like that, so it should come off pretty easy. Then we can start getting this AWE on, see how it sounds. I think those two back here, you guys will appreciate an exhaust that's now super like grumbly, right? Yeah, they will. Back on this. There we go. One, there's two. Y pipe. There we go. Yo, it looks good. I do wish the tip stuck out a little bit further, but every time I tried to adjust the exhaust to bring it out a little bit, it opened up a small gap up front where the clamp would sit, and I'd rather just have them sit in a little bit more and not have an exhaust leak. But dude, those look great. They're nice, shiny, they're nice big tips. We got mufflers in there and a resonator now, so I don't think this thing will be super drony as I'm driving it anymore, because that's one thing with FA20s and FA24s is they can be extremely drony sounding engines, so I think this will sound pretty good. We'll get the side skirts on, get this thing out, and we'll get some sound clips of the same, because I am very curious to see what it sounds like. But first, we gotta get those stock side skirts off of here and get on our new OEM ones, which is gonna be a lot of riv nuts, a lot of fun little things here and there. I'm curious if I could just pull these side skirts off, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. It'd be a lot easier to install those skirts with just by pulling these off, but I don't know. Let me get the lift arms out from under this. I ended up just taking the skirt off. I found it to be much easier, and they take off like any other Subaru side skirts. If this is your side skirt and you look at the bottom of it, you've got all these little square cutouts. There's a whole bunch of pop clips in there. There's two on the ends and then one on the inside for the front mud guard, and then this thing just pulls off. So this is gonna install pretty similarly to literally every other side skirt that we've done. So we'll lay the side skirt down. We'll get the pop clips put in place for the side skirt to sit on the side skirt extension to sit on the side skirt. We'll drill all the holes for the riv nuts, get the riv nuts in, tighten it all down, put the skirt back on, and then we'll do the other side. Look, it all looks fairly Once again, huge shout out to the guys over at Rally Sport, man. The OEM lip kit looks so good. The gloss black just fits with everything else that's gloss black on the car. Since it is all OEM, it's all the same color. It's all the crystal black silica. The side skirts are just subtle enough where they just poke out enough where it just flows well. The carbon ones look good. They just stuck out probably another ½ inch or so past that. So I am very pleased with it. I really like the look of the new exhaust too. Like I said, I just wish it stuck out a little bit farther, but it's not a big deal. I can play with it again later on if I want to. So let's get a cold start on this thing. Let's get it pulled out of the shop, get it washed, and get all of the nasty, gross dirt off. Smells like a new exhaust breaking in, and it sounds like it has a small exhaust leak, but nothing that we can't fix. So, let me finish cleaning it up real quick. Let's get this thing washed. VB is looking beautiful with all these OEM stuff. Dude, this thing is like fully OEM plus spec'd out at this point, I think. I don't think there's anything really exterior wise I'm missing. We got the fog lights, the bezels, the grille, the lip, the skirts, the rear spats, the wing, the rear diffuser, the exhaust garnishes, the rain guards. I have the vortex generator at the house, but I kind of like the look of the VB without it. Dude, it just looked good. The rear end actually doesn't bother me that much anymore. You'd think it would, but it actually doesn't. It looks good. I'm about it, man. A little bit of love, things look good. Yes, we are doing color matched flares for everyone asking. Yes, we are gonna be tuning this car in a couple of days, so we will be getting off the stock tune, but for now, that is a good looking daily driver. I don't want the WRX to be anything crazy yet. I want this car to be something I can just get in, drive around, don't have to worry about anything. Super fun, super good, like little daily car. I have done this in the past where I say that and then I turn the car into a 700 horsepower car and then I regret it. So this one, I'm really trying my damnedest to just keep it like a fun little daily driver. I got those two in there. I got the FD and the STI if I really want to go absolutely bonkers with anything. That one will make over 1,000. That one will do like 700. I'm not even gonna say semi-fun. It will be a fun, like 400 horsepower daily driver. These two little heathens back here, let me go drop them off at the house. And then we will go get some sound clips for the WRX. You guys ready to go home? So there we have it. I am pretty happy with how the WRX is coming out. We got all of our cobb goodies showing up tomorrow for this thing, but the AWE, I actually prefer this over the ETS, and I like my cars loud, but it's nice having just the daily driver that I can just jump into and just go anywhere. Like a nice respectable tone, so when I'm in the car I can still hear music. If I'm on the phone with someone, I can still talk to them and not be drowned out by just loud exhaust. Plus in the future, if the car ever gets louder, if you know what I mean, we already have a Catback setup that'll keep it a little more toned down. Plus the addition of the OEM Plus goodies that we got going on the outside of the car, I'm big hyped about it. So that is all I've got for you guys on this one. Coming up, we're gonna be doing, like I said, all the tuning stuff with the 23 WRX. We got an access port coming, an intercooler coming, intake. We're also going to be continuing tuning the STI out there and working with Josh on that. The wrap shipped out today for that, so we're going to get that thing wrapped here soon as that shows up. So that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.